And
Josh, I have to ask.
Yes.
Who are you putting your bets on?
You know what, man? C'est la vie.
C'est la vie?
Yeah.
You believe?
I think I'm in the belief business when it comes to C'est la vie. And I'm going to tell everybody why, okay? They have had some tough matches in the past, but now they're up against a team that took out #RU at the beginning after 2 draws. A team that kind of crumbled in a game of attrition. And C'est la vie was down a man against Simp, and they still were able to take a battle off the defending American champions. Now, C'est la vie is the only team, as I mentioned before, that does not have a win in the division. They need to claw themselves out of this hole. And I talked to Callis before, after a couple of the matches, and he's going through a couple difficulties with his roster, and the reason why they were down a man was some scheduling difficulties with some of the people that haphazardly had happened. It wasn't foreseen, and so that was a little bit of a difficulty. Oh, it was a little bit. It was a difficulty for his team. Hopefully he doesn't have that same difficulty tonight as he is up against Fun Gaming. Now, Fun Gaming, this is a team that calls themselves, you know, the Eastern Bloc representatives, or we call them that at least, and they have performed very well in Russian tournaments. We saw the results via their pictures that they sent us. But this team needs to get out of the trenches.
They need to really get more aggressive.
They need to.
You saw that with Victoria's Secret, countering out their play. When you're too consistent, you also are very predictable. And they may change that up this week. I'm sure they learned a lesson from last week's match.
Yeah, if there's anything that Fun Gaming needed to learn about was how to adapt. Now, this camp talk will go away from the crowd, will go away from some of the other teams once Fun Gaming starts to win. But they have to win on their terms, and that's what's important here. If C'est la vie took notes from watching the series last week with Victoria's Secret, they know that aggression is going to be the answer. It's going to be the key that unlocks a victory against Fun Gaming, unless Fun Gaming has learned how to adapt. And we're still waiting for verification to make sure both our team leaders are good to go for the face-off. The type of play that Fun Gaming brought last week was completely demolished by Victoria's Secret. And if there's one thing that they should have learned is that you've got to, no matter what type of defensive play you have got to recognize how to stop any type of, I don't want to say over-aggression, but just aggression in the first minute.
Yeah, well, the thing that happened is Victoria's Secret brought actual counterplay. It wasn't just aggression. It was meant to defeat those positions because they watched previous matches from them, and they said, this is the perfect approach. This is how we're going to attack. This is the place they do not have an answer, and that's what they executed on. Fun Gaming can probably deal with that this week because, of course, once someone tries to counter out a strat, usually you can make adjustments and then be ready for it. Now, C'est la vie, if they're going to try to counter out like Victoria's Secret did last week, it probably won't work because now every hole is plugged. There's no more chances for C'est la vie to probably go in the same places that Victoria's Secret was able to. So we're going to see a shifting, a metagame where Callis is going to be trying to do something to beat the Fun Gaming playstyle. Fun Gaming is going to be altering their playstyle in order to be prepared for any such action, and it's going to go back and forth until these guys find their way into some random fight that neither of them predicted, because that's how strategies always go. Yeah. The second you get into the battle, everything falls apart.
One of the biggest tests or rules that you try to understand where to make adjustments, where to improve, is what are your openers, what are your initial strategies, and how do those change? What changes? When did it change? Did it change because we lost a tank? Did it change because we lost a T1? Did it change because we pushed down this one line and found no aggression, nothing to stop us, and then we became confused because we set up this flank for it? It's adapting to when openers don't work or they don't go the way that you originally thought of. That teams that are able to adapt and make necessary changes for other teams that they face in the future is what's going to make these professionals into champions. And with that, I welcome the 2 team representatives joining us in the face-off. Gentlemen, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
All right, C'est la vie, let's start with you. Still no win yet, but you showed brilliance on your play on Prohorovka against Simp. How do you capture that type of play once again?
Well, we felt that last week we showed what we could do. We had some issues last week, unfortunately, because of, we had some people that weren't on, unfortunately. So we were not as prepared as we could have been. But this week, we have our lineup ready and we're ready to play.
The lineup is ready. They're ready to play. Well, we'll see what Fun Gaming has to say about that. Fun Gaming, this is your third week going in. What have you learned so far from playing against American teams?
Well, a totally different style of tactics, I guess the guys have been saying, because the Americans, they have a different approach to the situations, unlike the Russian teams. The Russian teams are generally more aggressive, but so are the American teams. It's kind of like the feel of the actual gameplay, I guess.
I know what you mean. That makes sense. The feel could be the different timings that happen with that within the 10 minutes or 7 minutes
Yes.
of the battles. How have you adapted, though, to what the American teams have been bringing?
How have we adapted? Well, I'd say that we tried to feel them out first, like I guess you could have seen with our first week with #RU, trying to feel out what they are trying to get out of us, and then pounce on them when they try to make a mistake, or make a mistake, I should say, not try to make a mistake.
Okay, and then with Victoria's Secret, what was so unexpected, it seemed, when they were attacking you guys at the beginning of the series last time?
Unexpected. I don't know. Not really much unexpected.
Okay, so when they made the attack, what went wrong?
I guess it was just a really poor communication on our part, and the guys weren't exactly talking to each other. How it's like you should have focused that guy or the other. Just bad gameplay, I guess. We all have those days.
Fun Gaming, any words for C'est La Vie before we start?
Good luck. Have fun.
Short and sweet. Callus, you got a full roster ready. I know you're ready to go. Anything you'd like to say to Fun Gaming?
Well, I hope they don't camp again.
Oh. Funny.
All right, gentlemen. Best of luck. We'll see you on the battlefield.
All right. Thank you.
Hope they don't camp again. Well, we'll see. Anything is possible. Let's take a look at the rosters between these two teams. And C'est La Vie will be led by Callus. I'm going to take a look at who's actually going to show up today. Bao Bao, I'm pretty sure will probably be here. Dopper, most likely, not sure. But that's going to be kind of the main question of who is on the roster playing tonight. What about Fun Gaming for you?
Well, for Fun Gaming, I'm looking at players like Facepalm, who've been doing pretty well, but Predator and Stark are two of the top damage dealers for Fun Gaming. I think they're the two ones to watch out for. Predator, I'm going to go look at him. He's played 1390 once, AMX 5100 the rest of the time. Makes sense that he's a top damage dealer. 1390, though, he didn't actually do that well. So I think they might have switched him off and just said, you know what, get on to 5100 every single battle, every single match, and we're going to be just fine.
That is a trend that we're seeing, too, is more 5100s being brought to maps like Mines or even Steps compared to, a Pershing or even a 1390. But depending on the trends, you have to go with what works. You have to follow the rules. So, Rukil, what are your rules for victory?
My rules first, pick Prohorovka. That's what I think. That one is for Fun Gaming. They've had yet to compete on it, and I think that they're probably a little less experienced. C'est La Vie can probably pick that, and I think they'll start off with a pretty strong advantage. And I'm thinking if we do see Fun Gaming, they'll go east and try and play defensively there, similar to what we have Simp doing. C'est La Vie can counter that out by pushing straight up and across the train tracks at the beginning, crossing from their cap directly across the mid-train tracks, crossing over, and maybe counter out the slower, heavier tanks that Fun Gaming would be likely to pick in an attempt to play until they get more comfortable. Second is Fun Camping. Fun Gaming has been very defensive. My advice to them is to stop that, to probably find some different playstyles. I know they're uncomfortable. I know they're still trying to figure out the American playstyle, but almost every single battle, unless they are completely and totally forced to, they've been playing very defensively. If they need to kind of diversify their portfolio stats. And then third and finally, Victorious pushes. Victoria's Secret did it. They made some crazy pushes against the Fun Gaming positions. That's what C'est La Vie can do all day, every day, as long as they have studied their opponent. And it should work.
All right. Studying is very important. It's important to watch the tape, to watch the VODs of all the matches when you're going up against a team that is as foreign as Fun Gaming. And here we go. The battle is about to begin in match number 2. C'est La Vie versus Fun Gaming. Rookkill, what do we have for tanks?
For tanks, I'm looking at a Pershing and 1390, sorry, on the side of C'est La Vie to start steps. Also, Doppler in an MS-1. On the other side for Fun Gaming, a Pershing, T-69, 3 1390s, 2 T-1 Cunninghams.
Facepalm, Dulo, Logovas. So they're heading to the east along with the rest of their brethren. Stark, Funny Buddy, Predator, and Go. And over to Go here in the 1390. He's going to be leading the charge with the active scouting. East to the south, C'est La Vie vying for the west. I would say, yeah, 100% of the teams have gone west.
On the south?
Initially in the south. Well, 90%.
I think we've
Seen one head to the east.
We haven't seen enough battles for it to be that big a favor. I think it's more like 33 and
60% of the
66.
time, which means it works every time.
Oh, God.
That doesn't make any sense.
Does it need to?
9 minutes, 5 seconds. No spotting has happened yet.
Now Callus in 1390, after his opening scout run, knows Fun Gaming has gone east and is going to try and do a little scouting. Of course, got to know that rock. That rock always gets me, that Callus just ran into. Every single time. I go uphill, it's hidden by a little bush, and you just pop. Put a track right into it. It's the devs just laughing every time someone runs into that one, being like, gotcha.
Stumbling block.
Mm-hmm.
Stumbling obstacle.
Now Callus is actually going to pass the spot, and this is a risky position for a 1390. Yes, you have plenty of cover to one direction, but a little bit one side, a little bit, actually not the other is actually fine, but a little bit to the south, exposed. If someone from Fun Gaming goes far enough to the south, they could spot him out in the open. Should be fine, as he will be spotting out Facepalm in the Pershing, seeing that movement from Fun Gaming, and with that, maybe C'est La Vie will push somewhere to the east. But Rella sits out in the open, kind of across from that usual position that maybe Funny Bunny is holding up right now.
Yeah, I'm going to head over to Funny Bunny. The T-69.
Shots fired.
There is shots fired. Facepalm is the one that's hit. Ending to his position. 975 left on his tank. He falls back.
Looks like blind fire in response. A few shots hitting dirt behind Callus as he backs away from that position. Maybe that was from Funny Bunny in the T-69. Impacts on dirt. Yeah, that would make some sense. Or maybe from Facepalm. Hard to tell, just depending on the way the shell went. But there is a little bit of action possibly in the north. Big Cheese stacking up very close to Logoas. And Logo being in a T1 probably won't stand a chance, but Big Cheese could very well get a free T1 pickup. Doppler goes down though.
Yeah, it's Go PvP that takes down Doppler. No other damage has been done to C'est La Vie's tanks. Facepalm, the only tier 8 that has been hit.
And now there's a northern movement from C'est La Vie. Maybe we'll see a cap fast. As Rella is moving in, Big Cheese crosses over, is spotted. Might be able to take down Logo. But is missing shells.
It's not good, Big Cheese. Stop and wait for the shot.
Unfortunately, here's the thing. Big Cheese was not the only one spotted. Rella and Bao Bao were spotted, which indicates to Fun Gaming the push that is coming. And Cap, if that wasn't already an indicator, Big Cheese will have to stop a lot of tanks right now. Stacking up his Bao Bao, Flaming Panda, right behind Rella, who will be turning sideways in a sacrificial way. 15 seconds left. Can Big Cheese and can Lord Racknips hold off this counter push?
Oh, a big shot against Big Cheese here. The Predators, which one are they targeting? Callus comes from behind, takes down Facepalm. Lord Recknapson's trying to focus down on Stark, and Callus sees the shot, takes another one. Stark is low, 170, and he falls. Callus in a beautiful position, swept from behind. I don't think Fun Gaming saw this coming in any direction. But that was a nice play coming out of C'est La Vie. Only 3 tanks remain coming out of Fun Gaming. Recknaps and Callus are going to focus down on Funny Bunny. 855 left for his tank.
Well, backup is on the way. Go PvP in the 1390 I don't think was in the fight at all, and so should be reloaded entirely.
Well, he's in the fight now as he takes a shot from Rella. Lord Recknaps is going to get behind him. Rella, in the consistent fire Pershing, takes a shot to the tracks. He angles his armor as Go PvP is going to focus down Rella. 492. And is that, oh, it's one into the tracks. Rella fires back, and Rella still alive at 41. Go PvP. Is he out of shells? He must be. He's falling back.
Can't fire forever. Rella still alive at 41 hit points. A sliver of health. Just, I don't know. What did Go PvP do wrong in that fight? Did he bounce too many shells?
He tracked Rella once, and then Rella angled his armor. Dude, nice shot from Rella. His hull still took absorbing shots, but some of them didn't roll high enough.
Oh, unfortunate. Well, Callus in the meantime has taken down Funny Bunny. Julo is dead too.
He's dead. He's gone.
He's gone.
Oh, shot coming from Flaming Panda. It's a miss, but Rella gets the kill. The 41 HP. Pershing. C'est la vie puts a point on the board against Fun Gaming. Nice play using that no man's road to hide a couple other tanks, and then Callus sweeping across from the south against the tanks that had embedded themselves on the top of that hill next to the eastern valley. Nice play coming out of C'est la vie.
Yeah, I think it was very unexpected from Fun Gaming. They just didn't think that there would be any reasonable situation in which someone would just cap fast. It's generally not something that happens on maps like Prorovka, like Steppes, especially not on Cliff. Cap fast just seem like a bad idea because they're so open, and it seems like it's easy to defend. Of course, if you're far enough away and a screen happens, like what we just saw with C'est la vie, it can kind of work. I think, though, in this situation, it baited out Fun Gaming into a bad position, and they were also not quite coordinated right before they were going to begin the engagement. They were preparing to go up and over the hill and then stop the cap where everyone was on it. But when the 1390s just showed up right up and over the hill, everyone was looking towards the cap, not towards those 1390s. They got some free damage, they got the focus fire, and things started to go in their direction.
In their direction indeed. Speaking of direction, Callus, 8 for 8. He knew in which direction to shoot for his turret, for his gun. Rella, he was 7 for 7. Lord Reknaps, 8 for 10. Flaming Panda, 5 for 12. Ooh, careful, Panda.
He just lets him go.
Big Cheese, 4 for 5. Well, I'm noticing a lot of these players not stopping. In a couple instances where it makes sense, you want to keep the momentum going. For example, J Smooth and Prohorovka to have the best accuracy. But sometimes they keep rolling, and they're next to a T1 Cunningham, right?
Yeah.
And there's no danger around them, and they miss the shot. And I'm thinking, this is something you can never, ever do. It's a small thing. But out of small things, great things come to pass. And a 5 for 6 AMX 1390 is not as strong as a 6 for 6 AMX 1390. Or excuse me, a 4 for 6 compared to a 5 for 6 because they had to take the shot anyways.
Unfortunately, it's just a weird situation to try and read because RNG, if you're on the move, a lot of your shots are going to go center at close range. They just are. And it's not going to be you let it settle, but the thing is once you let it settle, you also are exposing yourselves to easier fire.
Yep. Prohorovka is going to take place. Battle number 2 between C'est la vie and Fun Gaming. Rukil, what do we have for tanks?
For tanks, I'm looking at two T-32s, 3 1390s, and MS-1 played by Doppler again. Against 2 T-32s, an Object 416, and 2 1390s from Fun Gaming.
T-32, tank with no cons. Also an Object 416, the one tank that you were looking forward to see last week.
It's a great damage-dealing tank. It will provide Fun Gaming with quite a defensive position. If C'est la vie decides to just push up and over, they're going to need a serious health advantage in order to execute on that.
And Stark, Funny Bunny, cruising up the 3 line now.
Opening scout runs from Predator and Flaming Panda don't see much of anything. They only see each other before they decide to part ways. There's T-32s and Object 416s on the map. Let's just not. And they'll go back to the older way of scouting. First run isn't very deep. Second run, if Flaming Panda decides to go back for it, should be a little bit more aggressive in one direction or another, but it looks like they're gearing up for a one-line push, C'est la vie.
Stark is spotted. Falls back a bit. Funny Bunny covering him.
Big Cheese getting a nice forward position for early scouting. He's going to be able to possibly spot Stark and Funny Bunny just before they go over, giving Rella and Bao Bao easier shots. Facepalm, his position, though, is so very strong. He can pen those T-32 turrets if he can get the right shot. That 330 heat pen from the Object 416 gold rounds against the T-32's turret. There are a number of positions where it's just going to land, correct a few degrees, go right on through.
More shots raining towards Rella. Stark pushes up, tries to get a hit on Callus, who is moving across. Doppler and Flaming Panda missed. Stark took a shot, but it bounced off the side of his turret. Rella fires back again.
A blind fire. No, facepalm is spotted. Does not connect, though. Such a distance. Hard to make those shots count. 600 meters, maybe.
A lot of shots firing from long range, too, from Fun Gaming, from many tanks down to the south. Go PvP, Predator, Logo. And they are hitting dirt.
Oh, Rella finally takes a shell for 1379. Was that HE?
There was a bit of a, explosive hit.
That looks like HE. I think jump onto facepalm. He must be firing HE. Tell me if he fires one more time. I want to see if that's actually him or if that's one of the T-32s. It must be facepalm. There's no way those shells should be. There's another hit.
Yeah, that's
It's
facepalm. It's coming out of facepalm's 416.
HE always does damage. And actually, that may be damaging Rella a little bit. His optics could go out very soon if he takes another few HE shells. Could damage his gun. Number of other possible crits. Crew members could go down. HE is just good for that kind of stuff.
Facepalm's still going to stay in the backfield with the Object 416. Looking at Go PvP, he's in the backfield as well. The 1390, joined by Predator to his right. Logo a little further up in the T1. Bit of a standstill between these two teams. Understandably so. Fun Gaming doesn't want to risk another loss. C'est la vie doesn't want to risk Fun Gaming taking their first battle, but also having too much damage done to one of their tanks if they get too aggressive.
Oh, here's the push. They recognize that Rachnips is in the south, and it looks like there's going to be a push going to the north. Both, three tanks. Go PvP, Predator, and it looks like they're going to send the T1 maybe with them. Facepalm also finally spotted, and Big Cheese is going to have to bail out. He jumps down onto PvP and Predator, attempting to screen and get in the way.
And Go PvP falls to Flaming Panda, but Stark takes down Callus in retaliation. Predator is all alone as well. Big Cheese waits for it, and Predator is still alive. 32 HP. Big Cheese tries to fire. He gets it.
And that was odd. Flaming Panda was on fire, burned all the way down.
Facepalm took some hits from far away, still trying to get Big Cheese, but can't get it. He's going to back up. Rella from long range, and Bao Bao is able to land a shot against Facepalm. Tracked him.
Nice play.
And he gets hit again. Now down to 251. Facepalm is almost out of commission here. Ooh, shot was close from Bao Bao and from Rella. But the low profile of the Object 416 keeps Facepalm alive. Because Dulo and Stark and Funny Buddy are slightly readjusting their position. Dulo falls. T1 down for Fun Gaming. 4 tanks left alive.
Now Logo is spotted by Lord Rachnips. I'm expecting Bao Bao maybe to go for that connection as he ekes on over the top. Zeros. And he may fire. Waits for the shot. Actually, Logo may have gotten himself into a low ground.
Facepalm's trying to get that long range shot against Big Cheese, and he gets it. Nice hit from Facepalm.
This is a spot where Fun Gaming could start coming back.
And Bao Bao takes it.
Or not. Or not.
Bao Bao from long range. This is really, really big sniper fire from both teams, but it's going to C'est La Vie right here. That push from Fun Gaming completely backfired.
Yeah, I thought it was going to work out, but when they stopped and I guess just didn't make enough good connections, that's what hurt them.
That was too much fire on them, too. You had the crossfire coming from the 4-5 line down E, and then everything else down the 1 line. Funny Bunny down to 20 hit points. Big bounce off that tank. And Rella's going to push in along with Bao Bao. There's only 2 tanks still left alive with 4 minutes and 7 seconds left.
And there's no reason to stop. Rella and Bao Bao are just so healthy. They took almost no damage in any of those engagements. Rachnips chasing down a T1.
Power the T-32 on both sides here. And Rella might go for the ram damage. Gets it. 1 tank alive. Logo Boss. Lord Rachnips playing with his prey. Gets the kill, and C'est La Vie puts another point on the board, leading the series 2-0 against Fun Gaming. C'est La Vie 1 battle away from finally getting a win in week number 3. First 2 losses were tough losses, but they're up against very, very tough teams, Simple Tankers and Simp, the 2 hardest teams that they're going to probably face this whole division. If they can take down Fun Gaming, this is going to be a good start for the rest of their tournament career for this season. They might be in a must-win scenario if they do fall again, but they're looking good. They need to continue this. Fun Gaming, we've seen them in a position before where the first 2 matches really didn't go their way, and those were draws, not losses. They're going to have to reach down deep and do something drastically different than what they've been doing. We saw a glimmer of that from that push that was on Prohorovka, but something that works, something that's not going to go straight into the jaws of the enemy. And Fun Gaming can do it. They've proven themselves in live tournament plays in Russia. They just have to do it online here in America.
Well, I'm also thinking back to Victoria's Secret. When they took them on, they lost the first 2, and then they kind of seemed to not be as coordinated. They were pushing a lot. They were forced to, but they were making a lot of aggressive moves. I'm wondering if we're going to see any overly aggressive moves from Fun Gaming. If they do that, this might be a mistake. Changing up your strat is great, but they also need to work on coordinating. During the interview, I remember Logo talking about a lack of communication during their losses and saying that was a key point. Whenever I listen to TeamSpeak comms from any of these teams and I hear silence, I hear lack of communication, I hear stress, you can tell a team's going to lose. If that's the kind of feeling today on their TeamSpeak and their communication, I don't think there's a way to come back. You have to be solid there before anything else can go right.
The pattern of their last match from last week is 2 losses, then a draw, then a win. But then it was a win for Victoria's Secret at the very end. So they could play for the draw. They could play for the momentum stopper in this map, which will be Himmelsdorf. It's up to C'est La Vie, though, for them to close out the series 3-0. Rule kill. What do we have for tanks?
For tanks, 3 AMX 5100s, 2 IS3s, and 2 T1 Cunninghams for the side of C'est La Vie. Fun Gaming, 2 5100s, 3 IS3s, 2 T1 Cunninghams.
I'm going to follow Facepalm in the 5100 as he heads to the west. And C'est La Vie is up 2-0. All Western push coming out from Fun Gaming, or at least Western defensive play around the train station.
Interesting choice. Actually, I see Callus in a T1 with the 37mm cannon on it. Looks like he might be going for T1 fights. Well, not T1 fights. He might go to take on 5100s and snipe out other T1s instead of trying to go for face-on engagements.
Not the 20 mil rapid fire Browning.
Yep.
But going for the boom, boom. That's like the best way to describe it. You have
It's still an autoloader.
Yeah.
It's just not like a machine gun.
Yeah, it's the sound is different. That's the first thing whenever you're playing World of Tanks of like, wow, this gun sounds a lot different when I fire it. Behaves differently.
Yeah.
So I brought up the sound effect because that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah, I like when tanks first started, almost all guns sounded the same, and then they got it to the point where if you ever hear like a 152 or you hear the huge artillery cannons and you have just a nice headset, it's a really rewarding sound.
The Waffentrager.
Yes.
Man, it sounds like a house is exploding on top of us when that tank fires. Well, Fun Gaming, train station. That's going to leave all of the east to open to C'est La Vie.
And they will spot Lord Ragnamp's Big Cheese. Go PvP is lit. And now, Logo, he's been spotted.
Big Cheese gets a kill.
Very sad.
Man, that shell's almost as big as that tank.
It fires that tank. IS-3s actually load American T1 Cunninghams. True facts.
True facts.
100%. Historically accurate.
Yeah. Funny Bunny, Predator, and Facepalm now getting towards their flag cap, looking in. Predator hugging the corner as Funny Bunny trying to decide whether to go with Facepalm down to the south, down the 3 line, or stay and help defend with Predator.
Well, it looks like Dulo has an idea of his own. He's going to go find Doppler, go for the cap. But Doppler might have a little bit of a different idea. As Dulo finds himself spotted, may know where Doppler is because it's just a bush and there's no other bush.
C'est La Vie now in the D line, waiting to make a move. 2 of their tier 8s are in the Bravo Alpha section down the 8 line. They have 1 tank still on the hill. Is that correct?
Yes, that is Bao Bao.
That is going to
Up there.
be... I'm concerned if they begin an engagement now, that Fun Gaming will only spot those 4 tanks and know they can overmatch them.
Well, Bao Bao is getting off the hill now. Soon he should be able to rejoin the group. Once he does that, it should be fine for C'est La Vie to make their push. But Bao Bao was covering the D line, and the fire he would have been able to put out from up there would have been absolutely devastating with its consistency and with the amount of free time he would have had to be able to do that. I don't think he would have had much of a delay, wouldn't have had to back out. And now with the response from Fun Gaming, it might turn out that that was a good idea to be up there. Now that he's coming down, it's not going to necessarily hurt him, but this could alter the way the battle would have gone. And interesting to see, Big Cheese and Lord Rachnips are going to actually pull out of the north and go and take the hill approach to get back to their side of the map, trying to, I guess, deceive Fun Gaming into thinking that they're still in the northeast. Fun Gaming, though, has kind of figured that one out and looks to be moving to the south.
They have been spotted, though, from Callus in the T1, and a shot to the side of Predator. He gets hit.
Well, Govy PvP just crossed in the open, and neither Rella nor anyone else was actually prepared for this. Rella and Flaming Panda are moving towards the cap.
Funny Bunny and Facepalm. Oh, Doppler trying to get some hits on Predator. But they're cruising down the golf line, far away from the engagement that's going to happen on the flag cap.
Oh, this is going to be a very strange brawl brewing. It could go either way. If Fun Gaming can get the right crossfires, and if C'est La Vie doesn't pay attention to them and the positions of their opponents, this could go wrong for them. However, if C'est La Vie doesn't do exactly what just happened and lose Callus,
Yeah, they
should have shielded him. That would have really helped out with the cap, but he could be nice cover.
Stark took him out.
Good play by Stark.
Heading over to Go PvP. He's looking down one of the alleyways. He's going to cross. It's a reset. This is going to be tough for C'est La Vie because they're in more open areas here, but still, the amount of tanks that are firing upon C'est La Vie is 3, not all 5. 20 seconds left. Rella has fallen. Stark and Go PvP. Predator, plenty of HP here. Stark takes a bounce off the front of his tank. Another big reset.
Cute angle from Predator into the side of Flaming Panda's turret. Although Flaming Panda seems to have figured it out as well and tries to return fire, does not connect.
Go PvP, however, can get lit up from behind. Is it Reknaps to try to get there? Yes, but Predator takes down Bao Bao. Big Cheese, last one on the flag cap to the front, along with Flaming Panda, excuse me. And Go PvP next to Big
Flaming
Cheese.
Panda is always on fire.
Well, that makes sense.
He is at 94 hit points. He's caught fire 2 battles in a row.
Go PvP takes a big hit to the side. And he hits Big Cheese. Big Cheese super low. C'est La Vie. I don't think they can make it out of here. Reknaps takes down Facepalm, though. Go PvP down to 698. Big Cheese falls to Go PvP. Now it's Flaming Panda. That's the only one left alive on the flag cap. I say that, and he falls to Stark. 3 against 2. Fun Gaming. They put a point on the board here.
Yeah, this could be the point at which they come back. Himmelsdorf, strong city map. I felt like they've always performed pretty well on this map. What a place. It just depends on what the next map is. If they can get another map that is preferred. If they get an open map, I'm not sure. But that was just a cluster of messy play from both sides.
It was very messy. If the scouting had been there from C'est La Vie to know where the tanks were coming from and to see only 3, there wouldn't have been this... I say that, but I felt that they put too much value on the flag cap at too little gain. They made themselves way too vulnerable.
They saw an opportunity, and they failed to recognize that Fun Gaming had actually left tanks at home. They'd actually gone with a spread instead of a clump to kind of all in anywhere. So it was a bit of a risk. On both sides, though, I think they were making kind of little gambling calls. Let's see, I think they're doing this, let's try this. And they went for it. It happened to work out this time in Fun Gaming's favor because C'est La Vie kind of overdid it on the cap.
Stark, Go, and Predator on the flag cap. 26 seconds.
You know, there is some potential for Rachnips.
Oh, sure. There's a potential for Doppler. Doppler's going to go for the flag cap as Reknaps is going to go for a reset. Reknaps is hit.
No.
And he falls. Doppler can't get it in time. He'll be able to do the reset. 19 seconds left until Fun Gaming takes this win.
All right, fair play. Dopper, in the meantime, is going to just do something as a T1.
He's going to cruise around.
Yeah, just drive. You know, rack up those miles.
3, 2, 1, and the base has been captured by Fun Gaming. They put a point on the board. 2-1 between these two individuals. And these, well, I say individuals, pretty much just Dopper compared to 3 other tanks. But there's moments in World of Tanks where these teams overvalue brawls and undervalue flag caps and vice versa. For this type of engagement, C'est La Vie did not value the brawl correctly. They didn't plan for the brawl correctly. They focused too much on the flag cap. Because of that, they got peeled apart. And it was layer by layer by layer. They took too much damage per volley, and then there was nothing left of them in the end.
Yeah. Just if they tried to go for a contraflank or maybe screened a little heavier, it might have worked out for C'est La Vie. But Fun Gaming did a good job. When they took 2 tanks to the far south, they were able to approach from 2 positions onto what could be called the screening position, take it out, and also provide enough fire onto different areas of their cap, because you have to provide different lanes of fire onto either cap on Himmelsdorf in order to defend against most competent attacks. If you can do that, you're going to shut it down. C'est La Vie seemed to be just bent on getting on the cap, which I think was a mistake in that situation.
Hell-bent on it, you could say.
Oh, well, yes.
I said hell.
Yes.
Tell your mom and dad.
You're a bad man.
This is a PG-rated show.
They're like dad jokes.
I know.
Yeah, but that reminds me, Flaming Panda has caught fire 2 battles. 2 battles in a row.
It's tough.
Put a fire extinguisher on it. Automatic fire extinguisher is worth it. And he won't do it. He won't put it on his tank. He's going with probably rations or something instead.
He wants a stat boost, man.
It's not worth it when you lose 200-300 hit points to fire.
Well, the next battle is going to take place on Abbey. And if there's one map that Fun Gaming can hold on to stop the momentum, as we said, which they did technically stop, but can they swing the momentum into their favor? Abbey may not be the map to do it, but we'll find out. Anything is possible. What do we have for tanks, Raquel?
For tanks, I'm looking at a 5100 Pershing and 3 1390s. For C'est La Vie, Fun Gaming is going to bring a nice heavy 3 5100 lineup, a T69 and a 1390. T1s, of course, American.
America!
America.
Congratulations to America.
America.
Moving on.
Freedom.
World Cup. Thanks to our ally, Portugal. Fun Gaming has 1 point on the board. C'est La Vie's 2. C'est La Vie can still take it. If they draw twice in a row, they're going to win here. And Fun Gaming is going to be sending their tanks to the west side.
Best side. I think so, at least. The high ground, such an advantage.
Oh, I thought you meant America.
What?
West side.
Well,
West Coast.
West Coast, best coast.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's not. It's just a really good coast.
It is really good.
Like, they're both really good coasts.
You and I have both lived on both coasts.
Mm-hmm. And I think they're both really nice for their own reasons.
East for the tradition, west for the everything else.
They have good variety
Go
of
PvP,
food.
super low on HP right now. He took a number of hits from C'est La Vie. On the east side here, and can they swing around and get the kill? If Flaming Panda and Big Cheese continue, can they get it? Moving around.
No, they spot him, but no, they won't have an angle. Wait, Flaming Panda might.
Oh, so close.
Big Cheese
Oh,
moving
he
up.
gets it. Flaming Panda is able to get it.
Big Cheese can finish it off.
He hits the dirt.
And he takes a shell in return. 828 points left on him. 5100s covering their battle buddies, but Dulo will go down.
Nice move coming out of C'est La Vie, though, trying to get the chase on Go PvP. They didn't take down a tier 8, but they took down a tier 1.
That was a risky play. They could have been walking right into a trap. If there were tanks from Fun Gaming waiting in the north, they would have just lost 2 1390s for not a huge amount of damage being able to be dealt. If those 5100s had been over there.
Co PvP pulled out his best Emperor Palpatine impression and said, "I'm afraid your friends will realize that the Death Star is quite operational."
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good old decrepit man
Yeah.
voice.
Once more the Sith shall rule the galaxy. He's scary. He's a scary man.
It's what happens when you shoot electricity out of your hands.
Into yourself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a real smart idea.
Facepalm, Funny Bunny, Stark, and Go PvP joining hands as they push a little bit further south here in the west. They waited for Logovaz to move. Now he's going to move forward. And as he continues, you look at where C'est La Vie is on the map. All in a position to push towards that flag cap. And this could be a base race, Rookkill. I'm seeing the machinations of both teams here to inch closer and closer. Scouting is really, really important at this junction for their strategies to happen.
Oh, Callus could be the key.
Yes, he can.
If he can get the scouting you're talking about onto Predator, we could see a cap. However, if we don't see him succeed and Predator backs off far enough,
he's able to get the scout, but they scout him as well, knowing that one of the T1s has made it to that most northern position. The rest of C'est La Vie will set up down the 7 line. Their one heavy, Rella, is still up on the hillside.
as you say that, Rella, this is an embarrassing moment. You've got yourself stuck.
Oh, no.
Rella, I've known you for 3 years. You can't do these things anymore.
Can he get out of that? Yeah,
Yeah, you can. It'll just be an embarrassing moment where he'll be like, guys, give me a minute. Guys, sorry.
He
All
made
right,
it.
we're good. All right, I can kill people now. We got this.
Stop acting like a scruffy nerf herder, Rella.
He is scruffy. Have you ever seen him?
No, I haven't. Not
He was
yet.
at one of our season finals.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Well,
he
you know, I may
he
have
was
met
very
him.
aloof.
Okay.
He's a very aloof little guy. Little, he's normal height.
What's normal to you?
5'10".
That's normal?
That's-
That's how tall you are?
That's average height.
Oh. I'm 6'2".
Yes, we know you're tall, Josh. Jeez, don't rub it in.
30 seconds now for the flag cap as C'est La Vie has finally pulled that trigger. Predator and Funny Bunny are now setting up past the bushes to try to get some long-range fire, but Callus has positioned himself to scout that happening.
This
Fire
cap
coming
fast.
out of Funny Bunny, though.
Cap fast time as it looks like they've formed the super tank. 21390s, 5100, and Doppler in a T1 will all be hiding together. Rella, of course, sacrifices himself for the good of Team Kind.
Was it worth it, though?
At what cost?
At what cost, indeed. Stark, Funny Bunny, Facepalm, Predator have enough shots in there to get multiple resets. 20 seconds and Go PvP's pushing up. 16 seconds left. Can they hold it? Callus can't do anything in his T1. He's going to fall from Predator. 10 seconds left. Go PvP puts a shot in the dirt. Doppler and Big Cheese are in some trouble. He gets the kill on Go PvP, though. 3 seconds left, but they get the reset. Funny Bunny and Stark are pushing up.
There's still a potential for Doppler to actually save the battle. He just has to keep in cover and protect and stay protected. Big Cheese can try and delay. He just needs a track shot. And he's able to scare off Starkfunk, but he misses a shell. And that could be it. That could be the point where Big Cheese just needs to run away.
10 seconds left. Funny Bunny pushes in. Couldn't get the
Doppler.
reset. Oh!
Jukes from Doppler.
Funny Bunny still pushing up against Big Cheese. Doppler's trying to stay alive. Can he get it? Funny Bunny, I think, still reloading. And look at that, Doppler trying to bait him. Bow Bow from long range, though. Is able
Go
to get a hit.
T1, go!
2, 1. Oh, he fell with 2 seconds left.
Oh.
Big Cheese. Now going to pull back. Fun gaming.
That was almost the most beautiful T1 play I've ever seen.
Man, the Jukes. The Duke of Jukes. Bow Bow from long range gets another hit. 2 tanks alive for C'est La Vie. Bow Bow. Full HP, consistent fire. But so does Facepalm have
Surprise,
full HP.
it's Stark.
Yeah.
He gets the kill onto Big Cheese. Now Bow Bow. Only T8 may be able to, well, should be able to get Logo, except for surprise. Look, it's Facepalm. Right behind him.
Full HP, Facepalm.
Bow Bow's doing okay too.
Well, 3 minutes to go. Except Bow was going to have to head south, take care of Logo here. Lowe's going to get off the cap. Well, Bao Bao, maybe in a hold down position, could still hold this here.
Are you in the belief business?
I'm in the belief business, but I mean, it's a lot of belief, man.
I mean, that's a part of the belief business.
I know.
All right.
Bao Bao takes a hit to the hole from facepalm.
Hey.
And another one.
Track
Ooh.
shot.
Ah.
Oh, engine is out for Bao Bao. That hurts. Pershing hurts so much when your engine's gone because you want to pop up and down for hold downs, but now he just has to hope for straightaways. Hey, look, it's a logo.
Yep, he's going to at least get logo, hopefully.
Yeah.
2 minutes 14. Logo falls. Now it's 3 against 1. And Stark gets the kill against Bao Bao. Stark played pretty nice this game, and now it's a tie between Fun Gaming and C'est La Vie.
Not bad from Fun Gaming. They played defensively up on the high ground. I think C'est La Vie took a little too much risk, and their execution was okay, but the screen was where it fell apart. They were unable to hold off the counterattack from Fun Gaming, and they were able to get tanks in the right positions to just stop the cap. Also, I think maybe Callus should have been on the cap. He was crucial in the spotting, but maybe getting him out of that situation or covering him better, maybe bringing the 1390s in to kind of relieve him from his position would have worked better. But of course, Doppler did impress me. There's only so much you can do in a T1 Cunningham, though. And he stays alive so well. Big credit to Big Cheese as well. Big Cheese holding off a T69 as long as he can. And I'm sitting here waiting for just craziness to ensue as Doppler tries as hard as he can to just keep the cap going. But good job by Fun Gaming. I mean, autoloaders are bound to reload one day.
They are. You brought up a very good point, though, with Callus. He died from ram damage. And one small thing that can happen with a lot of these T1s is they can absorb one of the shots from an autoloader. It's 1 out of 4 for a T69 or 1 out of 6, but that could make the difference, especially for a flag cap. So hindsight 2020, maybe could have left that position, but his scouting was crucial to at least know what was going to happen around that bush. But Stark was further up, so you had 2 lanes of fire, but 2 from the bush, Stark from further up. So when you're in that type of position and you really want to get that flag cap, do you have someone like Callus, the commander, call which direction they need to fire back to, or do you just keep trading fire wherever you can to keep people alive?
It's a really hard call.
It is really hard.
It really depends on your opponent's moves and the way you react, because the thing is, one reaction could be completely improper based on a single tank position in 7x42. You only have 7 tanks. 5 of those are probably going to be T8s, and it's just, there's so much in the air. Fun Gaming did a good job this time. C'est La Vie, there's 1,000 different answers they could have had to that situation, and they chose that one. Fortunately, this time it's wrong. But it looks like Fun Gaming has called a timeout. Right now, we're sitting in that 1 minute extra timeout. Every team can call it right at the end of a battle. They've got 30 seconds left on it, and then I believe they'll also have the minute timer after that. So we've got a minute and 30 seconds. No, we'll not have a minute and 30 seconds, I'm told.
Now we have 30 seconds till the
Okay.
battle begins from our production team. And yeah, as you mentioned, they can take a timeout once per match, and they do have to call it right after. We got 10 more seconds left before we get started. Next map's going to take place on Ruinberg. Now, we saw Victoria's Secret perform very well, probably the best strategy in week number 1 against RBIS. These other teams, here and there, we're seeing some smart play, some shifting meta play, but altogether, nothing as impressive what we saw out of Victoria's Secret. Can we see something impressive out of Fun Gaming or C'est La Vie? That is a question as we move into battle number 5. Rookil, what do we have for tanks?
For tanks, I'm looking at 2 AMX 5100s, 2 IS3s, and a 1390 for C'est La Vie. For Fun Gaming, 2 5100s, 2 IS3s, and a 1390. That 1390 meta coming out.
That mirror matchup.
And it looks like Callus isn't moving. There we go. A little distracted. 1390 needs to get moving fast. You got an opening scout run to get to. Can't waste a single second. And Callus has already wasted 10, 15 even. All right, with that, he's going to be very late on his timing for a mid-scout run.
Fashionably late.
I don't know if fashionably late is a thing in World of Tanks.
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's fashionable to win.
It's fashionable to get a nice early scout run with a maximum efficiency of time, Callus. And with that, I think you see his hesitation. Although, no. He's stopping out in the
I
open.
want that as a T-shirt.
What?
Would you say it's fashionable to travel the most amount of time in the most efficient way, or how did you say it?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll have to go look
We'll
back.
go back
'cause
to the VODs.
was that perfect for the
Yeah.
opposite of fashionably late?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. Yeah, it was quite impressive. Actually, if whoever's watching, they can make a Photoshop of that and have you look all dapper or something like that. And say
Yeah.
it's fashionable to so and so.
Mhm.
We'll give them a gold code.
Codes.
Give them a gold code.
Codes. Codes.
Delta Village, Fun Gaming, in their possession. C'est la vie, heading towards the fountain.
Yep. And Bao Bao will sit there, doing whatever people do when they sit in front of empty fountains. Lodraknip's crossing. Rella, slightly distracted, goes east towards the bad men. That's right, Rella.
Towards the bad men.
I always feel like Rella is the kind of person who would do that. He'd be like, they're over here, guys. Guys, I swear, let's just shoot them. It's the kind of thing Rella would do. Now Callus crosses.
Stark and Funny Bunny with some blind fire down the F crossroads.
Ah. Well. I'm not seeing any connections. I'm seeing dirt. Well, sorry, that's cobble. That's... What kind of ground is that? What's this road made out of, Clutch?
Cobblestone.
Cobblestone? I was thinking maybe. Yes.
Yeah, or just stone itself.
Mm.
But yeah, a type of cobblestone, I believe.
Yeah, I guess cobblestone. So, we're seeing not dirt, but cobblestone.
I lived in a small town in Kansas for a number of years, and we had roads that were made with brick.
That's cool.
Not for my car, it wasn't.
Well,
It was very rumbly. And for these tank tracks, they would destroy a lot of these roads as well during the wars.
yeah, they just kind of rip them up.
And buildings, and anything else they fired into.
There's actually a reason why a lot of heavy tanks were not deployed, was because they couldn't cross certain bridges.
Mm.
The Mouse would have had a huge problem with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The mouse was a bridge.
Yeah. However, heavy tanks did have sometimes an easier job of crossing some rivers, fording stuff.
Stark pushing up towards the corner to predict and head off any type of push coming out of C'est La Vie towards their flag cap. Not going to be the case, and C'est La Vie is still favoring the fountain side. Shot fired from Stark, though, blind fire, since no one is spotted and no one's actually really down there.
Well, this is interesting. Is Fun Gaming actually crossing back into the west? This would have been a perfect situation for C'est La Vie to actually counter the attack from Fun Gaming. Well, what would become an attack. I don't think they intended to be. But Go PvP would be in a cool situation to flank. Never mind. C'est La Vie should get out of here. And they are. Smart, safe move.
6:13 left. Rukil, I have to say, I was mightily impressed with C'est La Vie's performance in the first two games. But Fun Gaming has been able to bounce back here, bringing it to game 5.
Go PvP. Taking some fire. 863 hit points left. Takes it from Callus. Next one is a miss. But Callus has gotten free damage. No cost. No cons. And he's able to back off to his 1390.
Go PvP heading towards the north with the rest of his team. Only one tank is not with them. That's Logobaz, who's scouting way down south in Hotel Zero.
Ah.
Look at this. Look at this. Taking a page out of Victoria's Secret's book, except for the fake fire to the north.
I love this. Callus is obviously distracted.
Is he?
Yeah, he's running into rocks. Or he's just knocking everything over because he doesn't want shells to go into that. Which could be a smart move. But it's... No, he's got to be distracted. Yeah, this makes more sense. He's just like ran into everything.
Who else is with him on that side of the map? Because the rest of his team is now pushing
Bao Bao.
the other way. Logobas is able to scout everybody, though.
Oh, no,
Everybody.
Callus, no. Don't do it, Callus.
Oh,
no.
He's found them all. And he survives.
What? What just happened? What did I just witness? I think Fun Gaming was as surprised as we all were that he did that. And because... So,
They didn't know what to do.
I don't even know. How does that happen?
Callus takes another hit, though. He's at less than half health. He's in trouble.
Oh, so many shells missing right now. So many missed shells.
Go PvP takes down Bao Bao. at T1. And they've taken the fountain. C'est La Vie is going to be hugging the 6th line as they have 3 tanks in the Delta Village. 1 still alive for Fun Gaming. Actually, all of them still alive, but the one that was on the east still alive, Logobas. He moved all the way to the north, and now he's heading towards the west.
Well, maybe he'll get caught. I don't know. Callus is on the way, hunting for T1s. Just finds the T1. Logo is spotted. I think Doppler's in tow as well. That's right. Snipe him, Doppler. Your 20 mils totally going to get a kill. Not even a hit. Yeah, it's pretty normal at that range. The 20 mil is not accurate. It is a horrible sniper cannon. In fact, I don't even think you can shoot a little over 300 meters in that thing. Your shells just kind of drop into dirt.
Logo still pushing over towards the west. 3 minutes, 20 seconds. If we go to a tiebreaker, a reminder, whoever wins a tiebreaker will not get the 3 league victory points. They'll only get 1.
That would hurt. C'est La Vie would be just crippled
Yeah.
as far as their ability to place later in the season. It would be, they could win every match after that, and they'd still have to depend on other teams not doing as well in order to place in our top 4.
They'd still be clawing their way out of the hole.
Yeah, that would be
They'd
incredible.
be 1 notch up.
But the point's a point, and it can be the difference between a tie and just 1 point right over someone else. I guess it counts for something. Fun Gaming, though. If they take 1 point away, it wouldn't be as bad.
Dulo, go PvP. Still in the city side. C'est La Vie, they're going for that flag. They're making a stand. They're making a choice. It's right here, right now on this flag cap, and Stark and Funny Bunny are prepared for it. Big Cheese screens, gets tracked. Ow. Sees Funny Bunny, fires. Looks like that was a bounce. Or miss. Nice shot from Flamey Panda, though, on Stark.
Oh, now Funny Bunny is just going to move up, try and engage Big Cheese. That might be a risky. Damage being traded back and forth. Big Cheese is very, very low. 307 hit points. 1 more shell will finish him off, but he is in a great position to cap.
Oh, big bounce off Funny Bunny, though. Staying with the IS-3s. He's in the front, down to 183. He may be the first Tier 8 to fall. Missed shot, though, coming out of Big Cheese. And he does fall. C'est La Vie now has the overmatch potential. Predator pushing up in the 5100. He has to get a reset with 10 seconds left. Flamey Panda is able to lock in his shot. Big Cheese falls. And here comes Stark around the corner trying to get Doppler.
Yeah.
Same type of scenario we've seen in the past, Rookkill, for this series. And 1 second left for Fun Gaming to cap the bottom. They get it. Fun Gaming is able to take the series with the 1 tank to the south with the flag cap. They retaliate, they counterattack what C'est La Vie was trying to do, and they get the win.
Nice play. That's how you counter out the just crazy, all over the place mobility from C'est La Vie. They tried to be everywhere, at least 1 point on the map, tried to make it so Fun Gaming was just confused and unable to react simply because they were unable to predict what their opponent was going to do next. Good move by C'est La Vie, yes, but they were unable to defend their own base. Good heads-up play by Fun Gaming to actually put something on the cap and just make the brawl happen, delay as long as you could. Even win or lose in that brawl, they had the cap.
Yeah, and this is a huge comeback as well because C'est La Vie was up 2-0, then Fun Gaming was able to turn it around. And I think that Abbey was really, really crucial for them to get that, because if not, if it was a draw scenario, then we'd be going to a tiebreaker right now, even if there was a win on Ruinberg for Fun Gaming. So well played from them. C'est La Vie still at the bottom of the division. They have an even tougher road ahead, and they need to get themselves together. And even when they had the lead, they started to fall apart.
Yeah, they really just made mistakes. They were huge mistakes. The cap fasts, they're a cool move sometimes, but I don't think those were a really great idea.
Temperance. They need more temperance
Yeah.
with the flag capping. And it works. It's worked for them a lot of times. It worked for them against Simp, but it needs to work when appropriate. It needs to work in the right time. With that being said, we do wish Fun Gaming congratulations. And then C'est La Vie, I'm sure we're going to see a win out of them this season.